the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live from the cell phone. Explain all that in just a moment. Give you all a minute to go ahead and come in the room. Y'all hit the like button on your way in the room. I hope everybody's all right. Hope everybody's doing good. But yeah, a lot of people hit me up today because they're saying that they're concerned about Tua and his growth. I wanted to talk about that real quick. But before I talk about it, yesterday I did not yesterday, today I did not go to camp. I'm going to be honest with y'all, tell y'all what happened. Your boy was kind of worn out. I've been traveling back and forth, back home on the road. It's been like 3 times already. And Tuesday after camp, I traveled back up to where I'm from in Central Florida. And the next day, my wife had to do a fly in to Dallas and a fly out. So I took it to the airport, had the kids, and then went back and I picked up at midnight last night. So everything was a success. But the problem was last night we didn't get back to the house till like 2 a.m. And I was supposed to drive out to go to training camp at like 4 a.m. Long story short, laid down just for a little, trying to get 2 hours of sleep. And the alarms ain't go off, and I ended up waking up at 6. I could have got up, took off, and went to camp. But honestly, I felt like that was a sign. I had been ripping and running. Let me get me some more rest so that I can, be full strength, because it's a lot more training camp to come. So I did not attend training camp today. But now it's even better because me and the entire family decided, hey, let's go. So we just got down to South Florida. We just got here, went to my parents' house. Just saw the start of the Hall of Fame game. I saw Rodgers and Watson wasn't playing, and it wasn't worth it for me. Usually I stream every Hall of Fame game to start the season. It's the first one I'm not streaming because we had to come to the store and grab some toiletries and stuff like that because we're going to be here for the next few days so that I could go to the next few training camps. But that's all it was. But I did see everything that was happening today. I spoke to my people that are out at practice about what happened today. And that brings me to the elephant in the room, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are concerned about Tua's growth this year because of camp. And I'm wondering, is it should they be concerned? Why? And what do I mean by people being concerned about his growth? Have we heard anything about Tua's growth in camp? Have we heard anything like Tua's doing this now that he wasn't doing before? Tua's doing that now that he wasn't before? Outside of McDaniel saying now he gets to take the next step, but have we heard anybody talk about any next steps that he's taken? Even Omar the other day came out and they were like, hey, Omar, have you seen any improvement in Tua doing this, that, and this? And he said, nope, same Tua. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. I can understand people being concerned because they have an expectation of a higher upside than what they saw from Tua. But I actually don't agree. I actually think you shouldn't be concerned. And I know a lot of people are going to say, this is shade or whatever it may be. But again, I've been very consistent. I'm not concerned that Tua there hasn't been any mention of him growing and now he's even better than he was last year, because people need to realize that maybe last year was the ceiling. I'm hoping not, but maybe that was the ceiling. I have my reservations and they continue to be proven. Let me give you an example. Today in camp, Tua threw an interception to Xavier Howard. And I already see people on Twitter saying, are y'all serious making this a big deal? It's not a big deal. I don't know why people are making it a big deal. He is who he is. But people are saying, is it a big deal for different reasons? Some people saying, it's practice. You're supposed to take those type of shots. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to lie to people on my watch. You're not going to lie to people on my watch. First and foremost, just because it's practice doesn't mean you're supposed to take them shots. It's practice, so let me throw in double coverage. It's practice, so even though the guy isn't open, let me make a bad read. It's practice, so even though there's no separation and it's great defense, let me put it up anyway because it's practice. You know, I could do senseless plays in practice just because it's practice. Stop lying to people. Well, you're supposed to take those shots in practice. No, you're not. You're supposed to make the right decision. You practiced it because you got it wrong. You're lucky it was practice. You're lucky it was practice. Not that it's justified to do it because it is practice. What are you talking about? And the bigger issue on that play is what I've been saying for years. You got to stop just throwing the ball. Read the freaking defense first. Go watch the film on that play. It's all over Twitter. He hikes the ball back to pass. He's not looking at an indicator if X jumps the route. He's not looking at to see if the safety or X bites on the hesitation by the receiver. He just goes back and puts it up. And Xavier Howard never budged. Xavier Howard from the beginning said, I'm going to bail on this play and let me go get this interception. And Xavier Howard the whole time running for the interception and gets it with such ease. Without effort. To the point he caught it and just stood there like, wow, that was too easy. It was too easy. No, I don't need to chill because this is what I'm talking about. This is what y'all being fooled about, and I'm sick of it. This man be putting balls up in the air and hoping. He lives off hope. He's hoping the receiver is open. He not processing the field to see if he open. He hoping he open. And I'm tired of him hoping. Process the field. If you struggle and you look bad, it's okay because it's practice. And I think that the Fangio's defense is starting to frustrate him because every pass I saw today was right back to spot throwing. Putting it in a spot. And y'all gonna call it anticipation. Anticipation. Y'all always name it the thing that makes it positive, and sometimes it's just not. Nobody can sit here and tell me a good explanation of why he threw that ball. Not a single thing you saw on that field gave him an indication that he might can throw it. Nobody can sit here and tell me why he threw that ball with a logical answer. Other than, it's practice. You're supposed to take those shots in practice. What are you talking about? Why be negative about the practice throw? Because I'm sick of it. This is what happened in Green Bay. This is what happened versus the Chargers. The guys weren't open and the ball was coming anyway. People online, y'all focusing on this one pick. All camp, he only had 3. And y'all focusing on this one. Man, he got 3 every day that's dropped. You done seen the reports about Cam Smith dropping picks. You saw the report about Holland dropping picks. So we could get on them for dropping it but not talk about who threw them? And y'all wonder why I care? Why focus on the negative? It ain't negative. It just is what it is. Y'all always talk about his practice, bro. Until he do it in the game, then what? It's the game. What about drop TDs? They're drop TDs. Shame on the wide receivers that drop them. Shame on them. Good job for the quarterback if they put it in a great place for him to catch it. Great job. But the biggest point that I'm making here is this, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all can continue to try to ignore it, but Tua's limitations really can come back to bite us. And the biggest question that nobody want to talk about because they scared to talk about it because they get crucified for even mentioning it. Were we figured out? Was he figured out? When you're a spot thrower and you throw senselessly, you're going to make plays. You're going to make big plays because there's no hesitation. You're going to put numbers up. But you're also going to open yourself up and expose yourself for turnovers, especially against some of the better defenses. Especially against some of the better defenses. Q, you ain't gotta listen to it, bro, but it continues to be proven. You say the spot throwing BS again. Can you please give me a logical reason why Tua threw that ball today? What did he see on the play that told him he could throw it? See, these are the questions nobody want to answer. Can you give me a logical explanation on why he threw that ball? Matter of fact, you can go to every interception he had last year and ask yourself, why did he throw it? And I bet you don't have an answer. I bet you don't have an answer. For somebody who reads the secondary and can read defenses, it makes you scratch your head. Shout out to Ronnie with the donation saying Tua has reached his ceiling and we gonna be stuck with his mom for years to come. Man, I'm hoping it's not his ceiling, but I personally feel like when he goes out there today and he start that spot throwing again, he start getting his completions and mindlessly throwing the ball against defenses, you can't do that against Fangio defense because it's going to expose you. You can't do that against Fangio type defenses. Not unless you spot throwing underneath because it gives you that. But the deep ball, they're always trying to guard the deep ball in that system. Unless they're blitzing, then they're just rotating everything. Even that play to Chosen. Go look at what happened down in the trenches. And everybody call it anticipation. Then what was he anticipating on that play? Every player's anticipation, you want to look at it that way, with every quarterback. When every quarterback, I don't care if it's Pat White, Zach Wilson, when they throw that ball, they're anticipating the reception. But when it's a boneheaded throw, that's an interception, y'all but you don't want to call it. See, Zach Wilson can be on TV right now, throwing the ball, and it gets picked, and you'll be like, that was boneheaded. He anticipated the receiver was going to catch it, obviously. But when it don't end up that way, you got to dive down and stop using the word anticipation and say you're not processing the field. Everybody anticipates. Every throw is anticipated. Every throw made by a quarterback is anticipated. My guy is wide open in the flat. Let me throw it because I anticipate he's going to catch it and he's going to be where I put it. Stop using the word anticipation. They all anticipating where to put it and where the receiver gonna be. But you gotta process the defense. You have to anticipate the defender. Like, y'all act like anticipation is one way. Only for the offensive player. How was Skyler looking compared to Tua? I don't know. I wasn't there today. But the days that I was there, Tua overall looks like the better quarterback than Skyler, except that one day, I think that was Monday, one day where Skyler got all the reps, Skyler looked like a better quarterback. But that was just a one-day thing. He was cooking. He was hitting the intermediate. He hit the deep. He threw his first pass of that day, he threw a pick. Anticipating the offense and not the defense. Making a mistake. In the rest of that practice, he was absolutely on fire cooking. And Tua just kept getting sacked that day and misfiring on out routes. That was just one day. But that also shows you that if one day Skyler outplayed Tua, and I still feel like Tua has played better in the 3 days I was there, that's because Skyler wasn't playing well in them other days. Not great, at least. And Tua played a lot better in those other days. Oh, man. You just look for him to be on that next level, but nobody's talking about no next level. They're saying same quarterback, as always. TD, you in timeout. Why, Glenn? Hey, man, I'm just telling it how it is at the end of the day, bro. I'm telling it how it is. If we want to use the term anticipation, you just don't anticipate the receiver. You got to anticipate the defenders as well. That's what you call processing the field real time, post snap. And it's funny. Yeah, people will ignore this stuff. But Tua, in so many words, said it himself 2 days ago in his press conference. He literally, man, I may be off 1 or 2 words, but these words don't make a difference from the meaning. The man literally said on the podium, it's hard. It's hard. Fangio's system, man, he makes you think it's one thing when it's another. Pre-snap, post-snap. It's just hard. He said that. And y'all will just look at it like, yeah, it's hard, but, he's carving it up. No. When Tua finally gets smart and check down, he start carving them up. But he still throw the ball senselessly in that secondary sometimes when he know he shouldn't. He got to continue to work on processing the defense and don't let it frustrate him to where he get out of doing that and just start spot throwing. Because, again, on that pass where X picked him off, he looked only one place. He hiked that ball back to pass. He looked to the right. It wasn't even there. He just let it fire. He didn't process nothing else. He didn't go to another read and another read and then come back there. No, he went back, palmed it one time, and let it rip. He knew he was going there pre-snap before that ball was even hiked. Go watch the replay. It was nothing going to stop Tua from throwing that ball over there because what he saw pre-snap, thought that he may have had that, and he went for it. And Fangio's system shows you something, and they giving you absolutely another thing. No, Tua ain't supposed to say that because you know why? He's just telling the truth. That's the one thing you can never charge to Tua. Just saying something to make things look better. The one thing I have always respected about Tua Tagovailoa, when the words come out his mouth, he ain't lying and he's genuine and he not saying it to be a big up. The one thing you'll never, ever convince me about Tua is that he just say stuff to say it to make, oh, well, he just trying to build his teammate up, or he just trying to this and that. That man, when he say something, he genuine. That's why he always getting in trouble when he talk. He be like, Tua, you didn't have to say that. Because he's so honest. He's beyond honest. And I've always respected that. You'll never get me to believe that Tua just saying something to say it. He is too honest, because some stuff he should not say, and he say it. He has said it. It make him look bad and everything. He's just honest up there. He is just honest. So no, he ain't just saying that to say it. He means it. It is hard. And then let me tell you another thing that sells his honesty. He was very descriptive. I mean, every play he gives you something pre-snap, and he gives you the same look on every play, but it's not the same. It's hard. It is hard. Because it's the first time he's being forced to process. And I already told y'all, I haven't complained about Tua's. This is the first time on this stream. If y'all really go back and look at the last 3 streams from training camp every day, I haven't complained about his failures in processing the field. Because when I'm out at camp, I see it. I see him missing stuff. I see him palming the ball because he hesitates, because he ain't processing fast enough. But I haven't complained about it, because I'm happy he's going through the process of trying to get better at it. I haven't complained about it. But today I got upset because I feel like the decision making he made today was reckless, and he wasn't continuing to fail. Basically, keep working on it. I feel like he went right back on the good faithful, just put it up. This is where they supposed to be. They need to get it done. The receiver needs to be here, be there. Hey, go make a play. Snatch it from X. Like Tyreek did for him so many times. That's what I don't like. I don't like you reverting back to the spot throwing. I don't like for you putting it up without processing. Processing, and if you miss it, okay. I haven't complained all camp about when he make a mistake in processing. I've complained about his ball placement, whether it's too high or out. And the reason why his timing has been a little off in camp with his ball placement on some throws is because he is trying to process. And that's why I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But don't revert back to, man, I'm not lighting. Y'all got to understand, Tua ain't even close to lighting up camp like he was last year. People need to understand that. Last year was a barrage of fireworks. You saw me come on this stream talk about Tua lit it up today. I'm talking about, if we get this Tua, we going to the Super Bowl. Was I not streaming that last year? Was I not streaming that last year? He ain't even close so far in camp to what he was doing last year. But at the same token, that was a lot of zone coverage, spot throwing, and it was working. And when we ran into them games where that crap ain't gonna work, we struggle mightily. So Mike McDaniel and them got him working on what he struggles with, and that's that next level. And he's struggling bad in it right now. And then on a few throws where he's spot throwing and look all good, we thinking, yeah. No, man, it's okay to struggle as long as you're going through what you need to go through to him. We got another one from Scant. Said TD most new after year 2. Not taking anything away from this year, but I don't see anything changing. When will this experiment end? No, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not giving up on Tua. I just feel like, bro, yeah, she okay. I just feel like, bro, keep on working on it, and you will be better. You have all, I mean, You ain't got to be perfect. But this year, people feel like they got your number. People feel like they know how to beat you. A lot of teams were scheming for you later in the season, and it showed. Don't let that be what we enter 2023 in. Don't let us start the season the way he ended the season. Man, could y'all imagine that? Could y'all imagine the first 5 games being the same as 2 of the last 5 games? Could you imagine that? We can't afford to have that at all. So listen, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. It's okay for him to struggle as long as he's working on something he has a hard time with. And that's the only way I think he's going to be a great quarterback in this league. He has to graduate in that area. If he doesn't graduate in that area, man, not only are we in trouble, but he's definitely in trouble for his long-term future. That's just what I believe. And again, people out here can continue to be fooled by the moments of spot throwing that works. And what that looks like is when you go up against a team that's playing a basic cover 2 and they don't disguise nothing and 2 is surgical and just killing them. We just get all, yeah, look at how great he is. No, let's see the teams that scheming, disguising coverages, post-snap, switching it up to different coverages. I haven't seen him break through a team doing that yet in his entire career. In his entire career. And you wanna have proof of that? Go watch the Baltimore game where he had 6 touchdowns. Go watch the first half where Baltimore was scheming and switching plays up post-snap, and then go watch in the middle of the third quarter to the end of the game how they were in a base zone defense. They abandoned what they were already doing well. Go watch it. And after you watch it, tell me, just watch the defense. Go watch them 2 interceptions he threw early in the game and those pass breakups, how they were destroying us. And then go watch the last quarter and a half when they went into a base defense. You will see a totally different defense. That's all the proof you need. That's all the proof you need. Tua, just keep working on your weaknesses, bro. And don't revert back to the things that you're just comfortable with, because it's gambling. It's hoping. You were hoping Xavier Howard came underneath on the hesitation. The receiver ran a hezzy route. The receiver hesitated like he was going to go out, in, or come back, and then put the Jets on to go deep. X never bid on it. X never bid on it. But Tua ain't wait to see if he would bite or not. He just put it up. This is the route. This is where he should be. Here you go. We cannot afford that crap this year. That's going to send us home in this hard division, and we're not going to go to the playoffs playing like that, because you're going to get more teams this year scheming than you ever have. Cannot have that this year. That's just my thoughts. Don't make it a fact. I could be totally wrong. Maybe he come out there all season and light it up in every single defense, every form of fashion, and he don't show none of the things that I'm talking about. But time will tell, man. Time will tell. It will tell, and it always does. So for those who agree, disagree, mad at me, or whatever it may be, oh, you always hating this and that, the proof is on film, and we continue to get it. We need a different version this year. We need a high-level, consistent quarterback this year. Period. I'm trying to be in that Super Bowl, man. Oh, man. But I will say this. If he get back to just continuing to work through it, then I wouldn't be concerned. At the end of the day, he got to go through it. This is why I tell y'all, players like Trevor Lawrence and stuff like that, man, lucky. They got to come in this league. They got to start in this league and they were allowed to struggle right away. And I always tell y'all, if anything you really want to be mad at Flores about, it's that. He chose winning over developing Tua's areas of weaknesses. I understand this notion you got to hide players' weaknesses, but when are they ever going to become great if you run away from them all the time? You keep on building schemes and stuff just to hide it. At least be working on it while you're hiding it. And Flores never did. He just straight up, nah, we ain't working on that because it's a waste of time. Let's just work on what's going to help us win and hide all the things that he going to struggle in. And that's what I didn't like about Flores. And truth be told, McDaniel did it last year too. He had all the weaknesses, took 800 plays of what he did well and say we're going to continue to do those and make it even better through placement and stuff. And now this year he want to basically go start doing the things that he struggled with. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here, man. TD, no more excuses and criticism on Tua. The season is near now, and he's numero uno at QB. If he can't get us past the Jets, we are not Super Bowl contenders. Let's go Tua near number one. I agree. Let's do it. No more excuses. Let's get it done. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. I'll try to come back and hang out with y'all later. I just wanted to talk to y'all about that because a lot of people on Twitter hit me up about it. The growth. Why hasn't there been anybody reporting any and stuff like that? But don't be concerned. He just keep working on it. He'll grow. But don't abandon it. Understand, it's hard. Things are supposed to be rough when you're actually trying to work on weaknesses. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. See you soon. Peace. I'm out.